Good morning, Shem Stars. Welcome to class. Hope you all are fine. We are doing chapter number 8, Social Movements. In today's class, we will discuss about the class-based movements and the caste-based movements. We start with class-based movement, that of Telangana movement of Andhra Pradesh. Mainly the peasants were against the feudal system. They wanted proper working system. In West Bengal, it started off as a peasant movement and slowly became new farmer movement. It was started off by farmers in a few places like Tamil Nadu and Punjab. Farmers put money together and built road etc. as they were tired of the politicians' fake promises, and they did all the work and they did not let the government vehicles pass. No support was given by the government or the ruling party at that time. They worked for years for administration to help them, but since they got no help, they did it on their own. Mainly connected with the market. Prices reduced, more support from government, reduced taxes, subsidies, support price. They got easy loans. Now the exploitation also stops by the method they used to show their displeasure. There were also other movements like the Bhaga movement, where there were the struggle for sharecroppers in Bengal, in North Bihar. They want 2/3 share of their produce instead of half, and it was supported by Kisan Sabha and the CPI. Then comes the Naxalite struggles. It started from the region of Naxalbari in Bengal. It is a growing force even today also. Then the new farmer movement. These began in 1970 in Punjab and Tamil Nadu. These movements were non-party and regionally organized. It involved farmers rather than peasants. The focus of the demand was price and related issue. These movements have also broadened to include environment and women issues. Next is the workers' movement. During colonial period, labor was cheap as the colonial government did not regulate wages or working conditions. Workers did protest, but it was spontaneous rather than sustained. There were wave of strikes in the textile mills in Bombay. In 1920, AITUC, that is All India Trade Union Congress, was formed. It was a broad-based organization with diverse ideologies. With its formation, the government became more cautious. Then in late 1960s, regional parties also started to form their own unions. By 1966 to 67, recession period of Indian economy, major unrest caused due to the decrease in production and employment. Then in 1974, railway workers went on strike, and 1975 to 77, the government curbed all trade union activities during this period of emergency. Then come the caste-based movement, Dalit movement. There have been no single unified Dalit movement. Each movement did have a common quest for equality, self-dignity, and eradication of untouchability. The anti-caste movement began in the 19th century under the inspiration of Jyotiba Phule and developed under the leadership of B.R. Ambedkar. Dalit literature is opposed to the Chaurvana system and caste hierarchy. Backward class and caste movements means that caste began to lose its rituals content and became more secularized for political mobilization because the colonial state distributed patronage on the basis of caste. Similarly, placed caste groups began to unite themselves, which is called horizontal stretch. Now we move further to tribal movements like Jharkhand. Issue was against with the agitation took place were that the acquisition of land for irrigation project, survey and settlement operation, collection of loans, rents and dues, nationalization of forest produce. They were migrant traders and moneylenders who settled in the area and grabbed wealth. They received the benefit of the mining and industrial project. Literacy was spread by Christian missionaries in the area, which allow literate Adivasis to research and write about their histories. This helped create a shared identity and a unified ethnic consciousness among the Jharkhandis. The social movement had a charismatic leaders in Birsa Munda, who remained an icon of the movement even after his death. Adivasis' experiences of marginalization and their sense of injustice were mobilized to create a shared Jharkhandese identity and inspire collective action, which finally lead to the formation of the state of Jharkhand, carved out of South Bihar in 2000. Then comes the women movement. The early 20th century saw the growth of women's organization at a national and local level. Many began with a limited focus but extended their focus over time. It is often assumed that only middle class educated women were involved in social movement. But post 1947 period, mid 1970s, renewal of the 19th century social reform movement raised various issues concerning women such as sati, infanticide, illiteracy among women, bad treatment and socially inequality of the women. Thank you, Shemstars. That's all for today. You can drop your queries on the Google Classroom. Take care.